Alright, so in this lecture I will talk about the dynamic modeling of doubly fed induction generator in continuation with the previous lecture. So in the previous class we have developed the expression for stator voltage, rotor voltage, and then stator flux linkages and the rotor flux linkages in form of the matrix notation, so that we can express the all three-phase voltage quantity into one equation. So you can see the equation 1 is for the voltage on the stator side, VAVC, S for stator, and this is given as RS, the resistance matrix, into IAVC S plus dy dt of flux linkage, that is change of the flux linkage. That is basic equation for any machine or any electrical circuit which involves the magnetic circuit. Similarly, we have written the expression for the rotor voltage, that is VAVC R dash or prime. The prime denotes that it is referring to the stator side. So all quantities of the rotor are referring to the stator side, and therefore this equation was found as RR dash, the rotor resistance matrix referred to the stator side, IAVC R dash, dy dt of flux psi AVC R dash. And we also have expressed the expression for the flux linkage for the stator winding equals the self-inductance matrix LS into IAVCS plus MSR dash, that is the mutual inductance because of the currents flowing in the rotor winding linking to the stator winding. So IAVCR dash, and here it is MSR dash. Similar way we have written for psi AVCR dash equals MRS dash. Now this is MSR, this is MSR, this is MRS dash. IAVC S mutual inductance is because of the currents flowing in the stator winding which links the rotor winding, and this is the self-inductance of the rotor side circuit referred to the stator side. So this is LR dash into IAVC R dash. So these are the equations that we have developed in the previous class. And we also have found the expression for LS, the expression for MSR dash, for this, and for this also, because LR dash will be similar to LS. We were trying to explore this matrix, that what are its elements. The previous class that we have expressed was like this. This is the RS matrix 3 by 3, as you can see from the dimension of this matrix, and it's a diagonal matrix which is having an element of RS. Then RR dash is the resistance matrix of the rotor referred to the stator, and its elements are RR dash as diagonal elements, rest are 0. We have found the matrix LS, the self-inductance matrix on the stator side, as LLS plus LMS as a self-inductance for the diagonal elements, and the rest elements are minus LMS by 2, because the other windings are displaced by 120 degree and cos 120 degree is minus half. We have proved that. So other elements are minus LMS by 2 in each row. And similarly, we can express the LR dash. Only the difference is that LLS is replaced by LLR dash. So you can see this element changed by LLR dash. The rest elements are same because mutual coupling is same. Mutual coupling from its on binding for different axes like ABC. Clear? So these were the expressions that we have developed in the previous class. Also we have found the expression for the mutual inductance, MSR dash, that is the flux linkages due to the rotor winding linking to the stator winding. And we have found that MSR dash matrix is cos theta r plus 2 pi by 3, cos theta r minus 2 pi by 3, and then cos theta r minus 2 pi by 3, cos theta r plus 2 pi by 3, and this is a cos theta r again here, this is plus 2 pi by 3, this is minus 2 pi by 3. We were in the process to find out what is MR dash, that is the mutual inductance of the rotor referred to the stator. So let us say that this mutual inductance is actually having elements like this: MRS dash AA, MRS dash AB, then AC, then BA, BB, BC, CA, CB, and CC. Okay, so we have to find these elements in a similar way as we have found earlier. So what is MRS dash AA? Basically it is MRS dash, the first term here, MRS dash into cosine angle of A phase stator with respect to A phase rotor. Here the currents which are flowing in the stator are linking to the rotor. So cosine angle, the direction doesn't matter because the cosine minus theta is same as cosine theta. So it's not important whether you measure from A phase rotor to A phase stator or A phase stator to A phase rotor. So you can take angle between the A phase stator to A phase rotor. Obviously it is cos theta r, you can see from diagram. This is the theta r here. This is AR axis, this is AS axis, so angle is theta r. Either you go this way or that way, it is always cos theta r. So MRS dash AA becomes LMS. What is MSR dash? MRS dash is same as MSR dash. It is a mutual coupling between the rotor and the stator when they are in the same direction, and that value is LMS. So this is nothing but LMS, and then this is cos theta. So MRS dash AA becomes LMS cos theta r. Similarly, MRS dash AB will be the cosine angle of phase B stator and A phase rotor. B phase stator is here, this one, and A phase rotor is here, this one. So this angle is 120 minus theta r, or theta r minus 120 in a direction. So this becomes theta r minus 2 pi by 3. Similarly, MRS dash AC becomes angle between C phase stator to A phase rotor. So A to A, A to B, A to C. Now A to C is this one. The angle between the C phase rotor and the A phase rotor is theta r plus 2 pi by 3, that you can see from the diagram, and it becomes cos theta r plus 2 pi by 3. Then again you will calculate BA BB and BC. So BA means the B phase rotor to A phase stator. Okay, B phase rotor to A phase, then B phase rotor to B phase stator, then B phase rotor to C phase stator. So B to A, if you go, this is B phase rotor here, this one, and this is A phase stator. This is again 120 plus theta r, this angle. So this becomes theta r plus 2 pi by 3. Similarly, B to B is cos theta r, and BC becomes cos theta r minus 2 pi by 3. Similarly, for CA becomes basically C phase rotor to A phase stator. So C phase rotor is here, to A phase stator is here. This is 120 minus theta r, this one, or you can say theta r minus 120. So this is theta r minus 120. C to B is theta r plus 120. This is C to B is this one here. This is again theta r plus 120 degree. And C to C is cos theta r. So based on this, we can write the elements of this matrix. The first one is cos theta r, and the other diagonal elements are cos theta r, cos theta r. This is cos theta r minus 2 pi by 3, and this is cos theta r plus 2 pi by 3. Plus will come here and plus will come here. Another minus 2 pi by 3 will come here and it will come here. So what do you see? MRS dash matrix equal to LMS into all these elements. And earlier we have found the MSR dash. MSR dash equals to these elements into LMS. Please add LMS here. Okay. This is equal to LMS. The difference is that MRS dash equals to MSR transpose. This matrix equals to MSR transpose. Earlier you would have thought that they may be same, but they are not same. In fact, they are transpose of each other. Okay, so let us now try to expand the flux linkage in terms of these matrices. So BABC as we have found earlier equals to RS into IABCS. Now I will not read the matrix notation, I will simply say RS. So when I say RS, it is basically RS matrix. And when I say IABCS, it is basically the column vector for the current on the stator side. Okay, plus dy dt, the flux linkage psi ABCS. Now as we have found that psi ABC is nothing but LS into IABCS plus MSR dash into IABCR dash. Okay, and when we say dy dt of this, basically means dy dt of the whole term. Now dy dt we can denote by a derivative operator called p, small p, to simplify the expression. So this becomes p ls IABCS plus p MSR dash IABCR. So this equation becomes in this form that RS plus p ls into IABCS plus P ms r dash I ABC r dash. Why we use this kind of expression? Similarly, we can write for the rotor without much difficulty. For rotor, it is BABC r dash. So this is VABC r dash equals to RR dash into IABC r dash plus d by dt of psi ABC r dash. Now psi ABC r dash is nothing but d by dt of the whole expression. Denoting d by dt by a derivative operator P, the equation becomes of this form. One change is here, that is, now we denote MRS dash equals to MSR dash times transpose. So MRS dash equals MSR dash transpose, and then derivative of the whole term. So if I substitute d by dt as P, then it becomes, first term is now IABC, because we want to make consistent expression. So this is IABC, this is IABC. And here the matrix is P MSR dash transpose. This has come here. The other term is RR dash plus P LR dash and IABC R dash. Okay, so these are the voltage, and these are two voltage expressions for the stator side and the rotor side. So we can write in the matrix form in very concise way that this is BABC stator, this is BABC rotor, prime of course because it is referring to the stator side, and this is RS plus PLS, this is RR dash plus PLR dash, and the mutual coupling is P MSR dash and P MSR dash transpose. The size of each matrix in these elements is 3 by 3. So this is 3 by 3, this is 3 by 3. This is 3 by 3 and this is 3 by 3. The whole size is 6 by 6. And the voltage and the current vector are of the size 6 by 1 and 6 by 1. So 6 by 6 into 6 by 1 is 6 by 1. If you see in terms of the complete column vector, then this is the matrix for the BABCS and BABCR dash. So this becomes BAS, BB, BAS, BBS, BCS, BAR dash, BBR dash, BCR dash, and current IAS, IBS, ICS, IAR dash, IBR dash, and ICR dash. And these elements are here. And you already know what are the elements. You know the nature of RSS, you know the nature of RS, RR dash, and then LS, LR dash, then MSR dash and MSR dash transpose. So this is the overall representation in the matrix form. Now you see here that the matrices LS and LR dash are basically constant. Therefore, the rate of change of LS and LR dash will be 0. So this term becomes 0 and this becomes 0. And you can see from these expressions, PLS basically means d by dt of LS equals to 0, as it won't change with the time. It changes with the time, but over a large period of time when aging effect may be there in the winding, that may change, but normally for a longer periods in terms of years it remains constant. So we can write the PLS becomes 0 and PLR dash becomes 0. So once we know these properties of the elements, then we can substitute in the main expressions to find out the voltage on the stator and the voltage on the rotor side. One thing more here, the MSR dash, the mutual inductance between the rotor and stator circuit, are related by this, that MRS dash equals to MSR dash transpose, and they depend upon the value of theta r. As we have found their matrices, they are function of theta r, and therefore they are changing with time. Hence the rate of change of these inductances cannot be 0, and we have to take their values as such. Because as the rotor changes, the theta r changes, and the flux linkages between the stator and the rotor changes. So keeping these facts into mind, we can find out the other parameters. Now let us try to review the relationship between the theta r, the rotor position, and the rotation of the rotor omega r. As you know, the theta r can be given as omega r dt from period 0 to t, see from here, plus the initial position of the rotor. So actually we can write theta r equals omega rt plus theta r 0, or simply theta 0. So omega rt plus theta 0. The dynamics of the generator can be written as J d omega m, mechanical speed, m for mechanical, by dt equals to Tm minus Te. So m is the mechanical torque that wind turbine drives the generator, minus the electrical torque or electromagnetic torque generated by the generator. So these are the equations for governing the mechanical dynamics. J is the inertia of machine in kg meter square. Omega m is the mechanical speed or mechanical angular speed in radian per second. Tm is the mechanical torque in Newton meter, and T is the electromagnetic torque in Newton meter. So this gives omega m, mechanical speed of the rotor. So basically omega m is same as omega r. Through the gear also they are connected. Okay. If wind turbine is if the omega m is the speed of the wind turbine and there is a gearbox, so omega m and omega r are related through the gearbox. If there is a 1:1 gearbox, then omega m is same as omega r. So these are important expressions that describes the dynamics of the generator in terms of the mechanical properties. Now once we know this, then we will try to see that how these quantities can be expressed in the dq0 frame. Why we want to express in dq0 frame? The point is this: the mutual inductances MRS dash and MSR dash, these are function of theta r. So they are changing with the position of the rotor. Basically they are time functions. And then there are currents and voltages which are also time varying parameters. So basically the ABC frame of reference model leads to time variant model. Okay, it leads to the time variant model, which is very difficult to analyze because of its complexity. This leads to time variant model of the DFIG machine, and that makes its dynamics challenging in ABC frame of reference. In other words, the study of machine becomes quite difficult and complicated. Therefore, we need to transform the ABC quantities into more simpler quantities so that we can understand, we can analyze, and we can study the characteristic of the DFIG in the real-time domain. So for that, the DQ0 frame of reference is chosen. This is also called synchronously rotating reference frame because DQ0 axes are rotated at synchronous speed so that the ABC quantities are seen as constant quantities. Alright, so ABC quantities are seen as a constant quantities for a three-phase balance system. This is the beauty of DQ0 transform. And therefore, we need to transform all these three-phase ABC quantities into DQ0 reference of frame. How this can be done? We will first assign the orientation of these axes and then we will resolve the components of the ABC along the DQ0 and simplify them. You can derive the DQ0 model from ABC by yourself. I will describe that particular concept here, that how you can derive yourself. So you can see this diagram very carefully. This is the A axis, this one. This is the B axis, stator. This is the C axis. We will talk here first stator and then we can talk about the rotor. There is not much difference. This is the D axis here. And this is the Q axis. Omega S is the synchronous speed. Omega R is the mechanical speed of the rotor, and theta R is the angle between the AR and AS. Beta R is the angle between the rotor and the D axis here, this one, and beta S is the angle between the stator and the D axis. This is beta S, this is beta R. We can also denote beta R as beta dr or simply beta dq. That is our choice. So here we can write that beta dqs. Dqs basically means dq orientation with respect to stator. How dq are located or oriented in reference to AS axis. This is the meaning of A dqs, the position of dq with respect to S. So we can draw Q actually, because Q is always 90 degree ahead or 90 degree back. Basically we are fixing the position of D axis with respect to S. So we can also write B dqs is same as beta dqs is same as beta ds, which can also be written as beta S. So basically S means the position of D with respect to the stator. By default D is understood. ds is a complete notation, but you can drop D also. So beta S refers the position of the D axis with respect to stator. This one, beta S. Okay? And this beta S can be written as omega into dt plus beta at 0 position, at t is equal to 0. So omega dq is same as omega s, because you see the speed of this is omega s, this is omega s, which is a constant velocity for a given three-phase balance system. Okay, and beta dq 0 is the initial position at t is equal to 0. Alright, so finally this is the equation that beta s equals to omega s into t plus beta 0. You can also simplify this. This implies that beta s equals to omega st plus beta s at t is equal to 0. In the same way, we can write the equation for rotor position, that is beta dr or dqr. So beta, the position of dq with respect to rotor, is same as the position of d with respect to rotor, and which is same as beta ds minus theta r. See it here. This is beta ds. This is beta ds here. So this beta ds minus theta r. This is minus theta r. So position of rotor, if you see, is nothing but this beta s minus theta r. Correct? So beta r or beta dr is beta s minus theta r. This is the relationship between the position of the rotor with respect to stator. Once you know the relationship between beta s and beta r, we can go further to analyze the dq axis quantities. So let us say that BD, BQ and B0 can be expressed as some transformation matrix T. You can call it TS because this transforms the stator quantities, TS, and this side is BAS. So ABC quantities are transformed to DQ0 through this transformation matrix. Similarly, we can transform the rotor side quantities to rotor side DQ0 axis quantities through this transformation matrix, and this matrix is called as TR. TS and TR are different and they are related through beta R and beta S actually. So these elements of TS and TR can be found by resolving ABC quantities along the DQ and 0 axis quantities. Then we can find the constancy of this matrix or the constant of this matrix, which leads to the same energy in both the transformations. So this can easily be done by looking at this diagram and by taking the projection of A and then B, this one, and C along the D axis. So the D component, that is BDS, is actually nothing but the projection of BAS along D, the projection of BBS along B, and the projection of BCS along the D. So if you take A axis and come along the D axis, what is its projection? Is cosine. So BAS into cos beta S. Okay, this is BAS into cos beta AS. So this is BAS into cos beta AS. Then we have BBS into cos, this is cos here, cos beta S minus 2 pi by 3. And the projection of C along the D is, this is C here, C along D is this one, this angle. This is beta S plus 2 pi by 3. So this is the BDS. Similarly, BQS is nothing but the projection of BAS along DQ axis, BBS along Q axis, and BCS along Q axis. What is that? Cos beta S plus pi by 2. Because the q axis is pi by 2 away from the d axis. So we'll add beta s plus pi by 2. Similarly, beta s minus 2 pi by 3 plus pi by 2 and beta s plus 2 pi by 3 plus pi by 2. So plus pi by 2 is extra because q axis is plus pi by 2 far away from the d axis. So this will be added up. Cos pi by 2 plus theta is minus sin theta, so it becomes minus sin here, this side, and we'll get BAS sin beta s minus BBS sin beta s minus 2 pi by 3 and minus BCS sin BS plus 2 pi by 3. And zero sequence component can be taken from the concept of symmetrical component, where we define the zero sequence component as sum of BA, BB, BC divided by either 1 by root 3 or 1 by 3. That depends upon the unitary or constant energy transformation. So combining these three equations here, we can write the transformation from ABC to dq0 as following. This is BDS, BQS, B0S. This is cos beta s minus 2 pi by 3, cos beta s plus 2 pi by 3. The next row is minus sin beta s minus 2 pi by 3 and minus sin beta s plus 2 pi by 3. This is some constant, let us say k. Okay, we'll find out what is k, some k, and this is BSA, BSB, BSA, and this is another constant k dash. This constant is chosen to be inconsistent with the zero sequence definition of the voltage as per the symmetrical component theory. And this constant is taken in such a way that the energy remains constant, the power remains constant in both the transformations. So in the next class we will see how these constants are computed in order to make the energy constant in both the transformation.